I don't think that what you can learn at almost any church is worth that time or money, you know? I think that church is too much of a business.
I don't think that's always the case, because you can certainly go to church for free.
Yeah, I'm not saying that you can go to church for free, but I think that churches are about getting the people who are like willing to bring money into the church. You know what I mean?
Maybe to some degree, depending on the church that we're talking about. But I just, I don't.
You don't gotta agree with me.
Well, I don't necessarily disagree with you, but I don't know. I think I've come around to from like middle school through most of college, from being someone who would identify as atheist or just impartial, like just not involved with religious thinking. And then even like a lot of these ideas that are along the lines of the church is just corrupt. You know, a lot of these religions are just straight up corrupt.
I think that's too far.
Yeah, it's too broad. It's too generalizing to just say, well, it's just Christianity's bad. It's so corrupt. It's like, no.
Christianity's good, but there are parts of it that are corrupt. Like there are people who are corrupt that are in Christianity, but it's not. I think just too crazy to say it. The whole thing is wrong.
Here's how I think about it in Christian rhetoric, like using words like heaven, hell, God, and Satan and that kind of thing. I think that we can think of corruption itself as a satanic value. Like it's as God is the abstract force for that which is good, Satan is the abstract force for that which is bad. And corruption is bad. And all of us, every single human individual is susceptible to corruption. Yeah. And what we are seeing is all these different forms of religion, forms of government, forms of communities, you know, even in the form of like digitally, like social media sites and conglomerations and businesses and corporations. I think that all of these things across the board are, just as human individuals, susceptible to corruption, because the humans that make them up are susceptible to corruption, are susceptible to being possessed by the devil, aka corrupted. Yeah. And I think that even in organized religions, you have those who are involved and who are corrupting a thing that was built to be good. Yeah. Who are misusing it, who are exploiting others, and who are claiming moral virtuousness. And again, this is not just in religion. I would certainly say it's very prevalent in political field.
It's definitely bigger in political than it is religion.
Yes. And
that's what politics are driven by.
Yes. Well, we're going to veer off into that, but to close the loop on the thought, it's basically that I don't think that any religion is inherently bad, and I think that they're designed for good.
Yeah, I think that they're all designed to be good.
Yeah, and the same thing I think particularly with, we can think about our capitalist society. A lot of people think capitalism is just bad. It's like, no, capitalism is supposed to be a good thing, and it's built to be a good form of government, but it is susceptible to corruption, and there is corruption in it. There is corruption in Christianity. There is corruption in Judaism. There is corruption across the board in every single religion, every single form of government, every single political party, because individuals are susceptible to corruption. That's it. Yeah. And I think that I really believe in this individual responsibility in that case, because I think it roots back to my views on the narcissist thing. Mm-hmm. It's like, if you want to use the word narcissist or not, you can, in this sort of broad context. But I think if you as an individual focus on doing the best you can, as an individual, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you, as far out and broad as you can reach with that good. And that also you can be humble about your definition of good, because you might not, what you think is good right now might be wrong. You need to be open to knowing that you might be ignorant and that your definition of good needs some work. It needs some sharpening, and you need to figure out, oh, this thing that I've always thought was good, it's not so good. Or this thing that I've always thought was bad, it's actually not inherently bad. There's some good things about it.
Yeah.
Separate the fucking baby from the bathwater, dude.